My gene, my nut, for sure. For sure. You know, let's hop into it, bro. We checked out their teasers the other day, and it's definitely giving me some whole lot of red vibes from Cardi. Hence the name Red. I'm assuming it's gonna be this type of vibe, but you know, hey, I could be wrong, bro. I got high hopes for them. They only got one song that I don't like, and it's Lullaby. I can't stand that song, bro. Hey, that song could go, but the rest of the songs, they're actually pretty solid. So, you know, that's a majority stake of songs that I like off CORTIS. Let me stop yapping, bro. I'm just kind of nervous, but slightly excited for this musicness that we're about to endure here. Let's do it, bro. CC on. Okay, I thought they were about to go down the more hip hop type of vibe. It sound what does it sound like? It sound like some indie type of music mixed with some rap. It's like indie rap. Is that what you would call it? With some electronicness? I don't know. Hold on. Let me back it up a little bit. Let me back it up. You know what? I think they're in their movie, their song movie arc. You know, they just came out. What was the movie that they had? It was the collab movie, the basketball movie. I forget what it's called already. I didn't watch the movie, but you know, we watched the actual music video for that. It was pretty good. I think that's the arc that they in right now. You know, they just trying to do real big mainstream things. You feel me? GOAT? Yeah, it was GOAT. What's indie rap? Yeah, your guess is as best as mine. I think it's more like indie and rap put together. That's kind of what I have in my head. You know, let me back it up a little bit though. You know, I like this music video. It's very down to earth. You know, we should bring more. It definitely fits the style of this as well, because I don't like all these like overproduced big budget music videos. Got these crazy CGI graphics and all this extraness. You know, that's just what everybody does. I like this. I like this right here. You know, it feels like something that, you know, you and your boys will just cook up. You know, if y'all just like music. You know what I'm saying? I can appreciate it. What is that? Yeah, I think this type of music is like the wave of this year. You know, even with like Cat's Eye's most recent song that they came out with, Pinky Up, it kind of got this type of vibe to it. Not like all the way 1-to-1, obviously, but it just got like you can play it at a concert. You know, you just getting lit, strobe lights going on. Even some of the songs that like BTS drop, you know, it's just more lit. You know, it's just, I don't know. That's the type of vibe I get from it. Got nauseous. Wait, what did he just say? Hold on. I said something. Wait. Covering your butt. That's red. What you mean by that? You know what? I'm gonna let him rock out. Hold on, let me. Okay. So they basically took like Whole Lotta Red from Playboy Cardi, and then they like flipped it and remixed that, which I can highly appreciate. That's kind of what they did with Fashion. You know, they made a more jolly version of Praise the Lord by A$AP Rocky, and that's basically what they doing. You know, they just kind of taking, you know, the more grungy parts of hip hop and kind of like just adding some, you know, butterflies and rainbows on top of it. You know what I mean? Let me watch the end. Though. Boy, what the hell? You know what? Hey, I'm happy they having fun. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters for real. You know, and yeah. Let me see what they got. 2.6 million in 14 hours. Yeah, this gonna be a pretty sizable song here. We gonna see how it does. Was that song really my favorite that they dropped so far? No, but it's definitely, it's probably like towards the middle for me. Like What You Want, that's a hard song. Go. What else we got? Not Lullaby. Yeah, that's no. But this song right here, it was pretty solid. Man, it might grow on me. It's all right. It's all right. You know, it was definitely different. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting them to go to the, like this whole lot of Red Cardi. You know, I thought we about to go down that route. You know, let me find the trailer. Yeah, no. They hit us with a cool little 180. I thought we were about to have like a fashion part 2, but obviously not. All right. Let me rate it 1 out of 10 on the Poppy J scale of greatness. This one I'm kind of confused on. I like the music video for sure. I like the naturalness of it. You know, it's just the boys hanging out. They doing everyday things. They eating, going shopping. You know, things that they would do, dancing out in the street. You know, just vibing, right? The beat itself, I kind of liked it. It sounds like a movie soundtrack. Like if I was making like a modern day movie, you know, more indie style, I would put this song in my movie, and I think that's what they were going for. So you know, they're gonna make some big bucks off of this. I'm already knowing. I wouldn't be surprised if this actually got put into a movie. What else? That's about it. You know, they did pretty swell here. You know, I'm gonna give it a cool 6.8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? That's just my initial rating on it. Like I said, it could go down, it could go up as the future goes on. But that's my first time listening to it.